Today we're looking at Ken tones, your complete guide to rebodying your Ken dolls. Coming up after this. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the different bodies and the different color tones and the different fashionistas and how you can mix and match them. The bad news is that the made-to-move Kens that they've made, the three ones from the BMR collection, these three guys, their skin tones don't really match anything. They're completely different colors than any Kens that we've seen before, or anything that I have in my collection. No Fashionista is an exact match to these three dolls. We did get a pseudo made-to-move Ken doll before BMR, and that was the Superman and Batman, which came with some double-jointed knees and elbows. The range of motion isn't wonderful. There's no twists in the legs. There's an elastic in the groin at the hips. So that doesn't really get the best movement, and it doesn't really stay in place. I have 4 of these bodies, and I have broken joints on, well, this guy was definitely a casualty, but the legs do seem to break off here. It gets worn. I don't know why. 3 of my 4 have weakened joints. One guy's leg completely broke off. 2 guys have weakened joints. You can see the white stress marks on them. This guy is safe though. This is the palest skin. People do compare it to the Twilight doll, but as you can see, it is not as light as the Twilight doll. He's going to be your best match for matching. I kind of actually take back what I said about them not being the same color, because this guy, he is a bit pink. He's a little more pink. I'm not sure if any of this is going to show up on camera, but it is a good match for a lot of the pale fashionistas. So the fashionistas here that you're going to be able to match up with this guy are the new redheaded guy, 2020 Ken Fashionista with the purple hair. This slim man bun Ken, he has the paler skin, which he is going to match as well. The Asian mohawked guy, he of course will match. And this guy's a little older, so he might be harder for you to come by. His glasses are attached to him. He's a broad, and he also has this lighter pigmented skin. The only other one you could get away with are maybe the Twilight dolls, even though you can see that he is not as light as the Twilight dolls. In the Twilight series, we also got the Jacob doll. The Jacob doll is one of my favorite bodies. It's a little broader. He has shoulders that go outward, but he is not articulated in the knees to the elbows or wrists or ankles or anything. But this is, I'm not sure if I should use the term exact skin tone, but he pretty much is for this shade of fashionista. Jacob is the closest to this skin tone. So a lot of people who are rebodying the fashionistas that fit the Jacob skin tone are putting them on this body. This guy with the green hair and the makeup, he has no match to any of the fashionistas. No exact match. You can try, but this guy's a bit darker. These guys are a bit lighter, but this is the one that people seem to be happy with putting together. All of the fashionistas that are this tone and the fashionistas that are that tone are the original man bun Ken, this slim guy who was also released in the exact same color and the exact same body type as a doctor in the careers, with the New York hoodie guy without the bun. Maybe this guy. You might be able to get away with this one of the first model posed Ken Fashionistas. And we're getting into lighter territory here with this Steven. This Ryan mold, it's very close. I think it's different than the other ones that we were seeing, or maybe it's the same. And then when we get to the Superman or the Batman body, this skin tone is very popular for movie characters. Anything that's black label, a Caucasian black label, for example, Owen and any of the Hunger Games ones or the Resurgence or whatever that movie was. The only two play lines that I have found that came in that skin tone were the Babysitter Club Skipperhead, and Video Game Hero Ken was also in this skin tone. The non-Barbie Wonder Woman Steven, that was a Mattel action doll line that had the same female bodies as the WWE dolls, came with this Steven who had molded on pants. His skin tone is also a match for the Superman Made to Move or the Black Label movie character body. Now this skin tone is also the same as all of the dolls that were around in the early 2000s. So when you need to use hands, it's really easy to find one of these older dolls in a thrift store, remove their hands, and put them on your Superman body, and they fit really well. I have done a video on that if you would like to check that out. I just stick their hands into boiling water, literally pull them off, and then switch them out. You'll definitely want to check out that video. Other notable skin tone matches would be Booted Hair Ken. He is the same skin tone as Mermaid Ken, and this is a common skin tone that they use. Whoa! I have to worry about those because of the weekend joint, which I said you see the whitening around that. That seems to happen a lot. They also tend to have very loose ankles, much like this BMR guy. Okay. Yeah, so kind of call this skin tone the beach skin tone, even though it is not as dark as the Beachline standard Ken, but we do get a lot of Kens in this skin tone. All of these playset Kens came in that skin tone, except for this guy. And the career Kens are also in this darker skin tone. They all have this more tanned Ken Mermaid skin tone. So does that mean that this guy is a different shade than Man Bun Ken over here? Yeah. See, these two Man Bun Kens were actually different skin tones. So not a good match for him, not even a perfect match for the Jacob body, but a perfect match for the Mermaid Ken. So if you do want to put different heads on your Mermaid Ken, these three career ones would be a good choice for you. But I am surprised that this beach guy is actually a bit darker. He is actually in the same skin tone as Jacob. So if you want to pick up a $5 doll, I'm not sure if this guy will be available anymore. But the most current beach dolls are, this guy is a bit too dark for this skin tone. You might still want to do it. This Ken, who is lighter than the last beach Ken, but much darker than this top knot BMR guy. He is a similar match to the 2000s Ken or the Superman Ken. It's really awesome that they are making these new made-to-move bodies. I was going to do a whole other video on my body preferences, but I guess I can throw that into this video. And I would say that the Superman body is my favorite Ken body, and then my second favorite body is the original, which I guess is close enough to the beach one. I really do like this body. I don't need the articulation. I love how he stands. It's pretty much the perfect Ken body in my opinion. It wouldn't hurt to have articulation, but when they do give them articulation, it makes the doll less tidy. So he does kind of look like a robot. It works better on the Ken doll because harder lines look better on a masculine body than a feminine has softer lines, so I do think that it looks better. I'm really into just displaying more than playing. I do love the posability for pictures, of course, though, and this is a great sculpt. This, I'm not a fan of this body. I don't like how the abdomen is sculpted on this body, but I do, unlike a lot of people, enjoy the model pose, and I do like it on the girls. I'm pretty sure that this is the body that they used for the Barbie Basics, which is an incredible, probably the best Barbie line because I really like the clothes. I like how they upgraded it, this body, to this with the model pose. However, this was a short-lived body. Actually, Video Game Hero Ken came with this body type as well. Very similar to the Model Muse Ken body, but it definitely has the better new upgraded torso, of my, you could say, favorite all-around standard body. It really is an awesome body. But I guess if I had to put them in order, this would be my first favorite Ken body. I'm not sure if this would be my second. It's pretty useful. It's too bad that the skin tones aren't perfect on anybody. This would be my third. This might be my third. Oh, I can't do them in order. Oh, and then we can't leave out Jacob. We can't forget about the Jacob body, which is actually a bit broader, thicker than the standard Ken, but not as beefed up as the Made to Move Ken. And plus, the Made to Move Ken has more joints. I guess I pretty much like all Kens. I didn't really like the 80s, early 90s bodies, and I don't really like these bodies. They're not horrible. I guess I don't have a really good reason except for they're sloppy. I took an Instagram pic where I took 2 of the BMRs, and I guess I took 2 of these standard regular Kens and I dressed them up in new fashion packs. When I look at the picture on Instagram, I'm not sure if I might have even taken it down. I'm not sure if I did because I just didn't like it. I thought that these dolls looked so much better in the clothes than these guys did. I couldn't make them stand right to showcase the clothing as well as these guys do. They have their arms and their legs at perfect distances from their body, and the clothes just look great on them as mannequins. And that's kind of what's going on back here. That's kind of mostly how I like to play. But I am getting more and more into dioramas and posing the dolls in different scenes and putting them on Instagram. Definitely follow me on Instagram. That's just toohunky on Instagram. I hope this video helped you. If you have any other questions, leave them down below. I'll try to answer everybody. I guess I could do a video for what I do have for the female fashionistas, if that's something that you would like to see, even though I don't have a lot of made-to-moves. I definitely know a lot more about the WWE bodies because that is what I rebody all of my fashionistas on. It's just a more fit, thicker, sturdier female form, curvier too. Alright, so I hope this helped. Hope you will like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Every time I make a video like this, I make such a mess. I have bins of heads and bodies, and whoa. And that's another video that I want to show you, where you get to see my collection of different body types. I have bins and bins like this with different heads and body types in them. And it looks kind of funny when I look at it on the shelves. These guys I don't keep out because they don't stand on the shelf. They can fall over quite easily. These are the first unnamed Ken Fashionistas. That's what these are. They're the first ones in 2015, I believe, where Mattel went crazy and started releasing mass quantities of Kens. And I really like this model pose. I should put these in some special place, maybe.